A to the K.
To the K.
To the K.
Welcome to Payback, because Payback
Is a bitch.
yes it is.
That was a good soundbite. Keep that.
Yeah, keep that. It's alright, that one.
I know if you took that soundbite, though, you could literally just put that with anything. Make me sound really bad. You just got me going, is a bitch.
Fun could be had with this. A lot of fun. Speaking of a lot of fun, I suppose we can talk about Payback. Let's talk about the Anthony match of the night.
Hell yeah.
Kicking the damn thing off.
And rightly so.
Thank you, Trish. Hashtag. Where is she? Up there.
Was that a hashtag?
I don't know.
Whatever you did.
Just doing big fish, little fish cardboard box now. But yeah, thank you, Trish.
Yeah,
What a
she is.
legend. What a fucking ledge. Don't pick a nose. But yeah, like you would never ever know she's never been in a steel cage match before.
I know. Yeah,
Killed it.
absolutely killed
Absolutely killed
it.
it.
You know what? I really admire what she's doing right now. She's capitalising on the stuff that she never really got the opportunity to do.
Mhm.
It's almost like bucket list stuff in it. She's still got stuff she wants to do, but she's absolutely fucking killing it, as you say.
Never done a ladder match in that. You know, happened to be the Money in the Bank, which you've never been part of.
Completed, mate.
Done. Steel cages.
Done.
Yeah. And yeah, it was just so good. Literally match of the night. It's a shame they put this on first because there was no following it. Unfortunately.
No, but it was a fantastic opener. You need a high energy match like this
You
to
do.
kick off.
You
To
do.
be fair, I get what you're saying. It's hard to follow that because it was the match of the night, evidently.
Yeah.
But it either had to be the main event or this, didn't it?
Yeah. Have you seen the picture of stuff on our Instagram as well? After like, look what she did to herself, man. Like fucking, nothing but respect. I loved as well the little callbacks. Obviously Lita and Victoria had a steel cage match way back when it was on Raw or something. It's like one of the only other female steel cage matches from that era when they never had the opportunities to do that. And obviously Trish did the Widow's Peak, and Becky did the Twist of Fate, and it was a nice little kind of throwback to
Bit
them
of
two.
respect there, like that.
Which it was just lovely to see. And obviously Victoria's boss as well, isn't she? We haven't had the chance to meet Lita yet. Spoke to her a couple of times.
Yeah,
We haven't had a chance to meet her.
yeah, it'd be nice to meet her.
Get her on the show. Would be nice, wouldn't it? But yeah, so I loved it, and like the high intensity, like high risk maneuvers and stuff as well was just insane to me. What do you make of the? I thought it was quite good, to be fair. After the match, with Zoe Stark, obviously Trish kind of being like, getting in a grill and all that, and Zoe no longer being a thank you Trish supporter.
I wasn't a fan, to be honest.
Really?
I feel like they did it too soon. Like she come into it being Trish's like enforcer and supporter, and then it's so quickly like, no, fuck you. Like I don't know, just happened too soon for me.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the plan is for Trish now. Like, I'm hoping she's not done. Hoping she's still around for a bit longer.
I know and it may have just been part of this whole character she's got going on, but I know she mentioned about wanting to do, like, not just fight Becky.
Yeah.
Like, again, that could have just been part of the whole thing, but yeah, I actually want to see her in some of the matches with some of the people.
Yeah, there's load like.
And you got to imagine there's going to be some follow up on the Zoe Stark thing. Is she going to have a match with her?
Seems likely. Who'd be your dream match? I want to see Trish versus Liv Morgan.
That'd
That's
be
what I
pretty
want to
cool.
see. That's
Yeah.
what I want. I love a mirror match. That's what I want to see.
What do I want to see?
You could have said like Alexa Bliss and stuff. Have they fought before actually?
I don't know. I want Rhea to destroy them. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that would be pretty epic as well. But yeah, I just can't say enough good things, and the same to Becky as well. Like her and Trish have got some really good chemistry, I think.
I will.
know it's
I'll
gone
give
on for a
absolute
while,
credit
but-
to Becky as well. Like, there's been times I haven't really liked their character because they were trying to push her as this like Conor McGregor-esque type person. But it sounds like this. You go, you know what? She deserves everything.
Yeah,
Really,
no, she does.
She's an absolute fucking professional.
Yeah, I hope they get a character back on track as well, because I think since they went from the Man, which was pretty badass, to like big time Bex, to then some kind of combination hybrid of the two. I don't really know, because she still dresses crazy, but people don't boo her now. So
Yeah.
she's still a badass, but she's not like.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what they want to do with her right now. I think I don't know if she maybe have some time after this, but I don't know what WWE want from her at the moment either.
No. And it'd be criminal if she's not in amongst the title pictures when it comes back down to
Oh, rightly
WrestleMania
so,
again,
yeah,
because it feels like that's been,
Mm.
she needs to be there.
Agreed.
Following on from this, we had LA Knight taking on The Miz with John Cena as the special guest referee.
Personally, I would have preferred this without John.
Yeah.
I already mentioned this to you the other day. I just wanted LA Knight to beat the piss out of The Miz.
Yeah.
I wanted them to prove LA Knight isn't just a talker, isn't just a goofball character. Mm-hmm. I wanted them to absolutely destroy the fella. And I feel like the inclusion of John Cena just made things a little bit messy.
Yeah, it's ironic, really. At the end of the match, he, basically raises his hand in the air, and then he goes, "This is your moment," and walks off. And it's like, well, if it was his fucking moment, John, say no. I don't want to be the special guest referee. I want to put the fucking emphasis on them too. But...
Yeah, but it's that kind of. I don't know. It's all story wise, but it's that kind of egomania where it's like, you make it sound like that. You've said this is your moment, but you doing that and walking away has put the focus on who now?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Like, by all accounts, John only found out about it on Friday that it was going to happen, like literally the day before the show. So I don't know whether it was him politicking for it or anything. I doubt it. But yeah, I agree with you. It took the shine off LA Knight. But to be fair, what also took the shine off LA Knight was the match. He's got the talking chops. He's got the character stuff. The fans are behind him. We get all that. But he's not, you know what I mean? He just hasn't got the chops for being in the ring.
I'm kind of starting to agree. For a while I've said they've not even let him show what he can do in the ring all that much. I'm kind of beginning to see why, because we haven't, again, every time we do see him in the ring, you don't see anything spectacular.
No.
He's obviously considerably better in the ring than I'll ever be.
Well, yeah. I mean, his finishes, I don't know why I was like, well, yeah. But...
Harsh.
Fucking obviously. But even his finisher, I wasn't a massive fan of it, but that's grown on me. He's hitting that okay and stuff. But I don't know, is the whole package, the way that he kind of puts his presentation together in the ring just isn't working for me. He's tried to steal little bits of Austin, bits of Rock, but it's like you need something a bit more cohesive, I think. He hasn't really got a style. Just bits of this, bits of that. It also annoys me that his version of the people's elbow now, where he does the thing, it just needs to take his fucking elbow pad off. And he's not wearing them. That's probably why. That's probably why. Yeah. But yeah, so it underdelivered, and I think it's hard to how can you not have a dead good match with The Miz? Because you know what I mean, you say what you like about the guy, but he's had some fantastic matches over the years with everybody.
Yeah, so I love the Miz. As a consistent character, it's people don't want him to be as good as he is, but there he is. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've always enjoyed that about The Miz, but again, for me, I was disappointed in the way it went down, because I just wanted LA Knight to destroy The Miz. I wanted it to actually be a fairly short match, fairly decisive. You just got owned.
Yeah.
And I didn't want any John Cena, so it didn't do what I wanted it to do, unfortunately.
No. And I think it speaks volumes as well, where you're saying John Cena took the shine off it, because coming out of this match, it's The Miz with the feud with Cena. Yeah. We haven't got to Smackdown yet, but where's LA Knight go from here now?
Exactly.
He's the winner, and just seems like there's nothing else.
And it's but this is the typical thing. It's they keep hinting at LA Knight, the good things have come to those who wait. He didn't get to win the Money in the Bank, and he's going to get rewarded at some point, and he's super over, and it's but you don't seem to want to deliver on much.
No, I mean, if we head over to the next match, this could be what lies in store for him next. So we had Rey Mysterio
kick in the head.
Probably. We had Rey Mysterio defending the United States Championship against Austin Theory. It was a match and it happened. There's not a whole lot to say about it, to be fair. It was relatively short, probably the shortest match on the card. And Rey retained, and it kind of feels like...
I feel like he kind of had to. I mean, what are you going to do with this? Put it right back on Austin?
Yeah.
It was stupid that Rey got it in the first place.
Yeah.
And what do you want out of this match? It's just... Stupid idea.
To me, it speaks to they didn't have a clue what they wanted. Something obviously, I think something went wrong with the whole LWO angle, because there was that match with Santos and Rey got injured, and it was kind of but then he still ended up winning it, and Santos didn't, and he was nowhere to be seen. I feel like the plan was to get to do something there with them two,
which would have made more sense than where we ended up. In all fairness, it doesn't feel like this was the plan.
No. But yeah, so we got a match. It happened, and Rey retained, and we didn't really do anything. But I think LA Knight, maybe that's his next destination now. Then
he's just gonna beat up Rey Mysterio,
basically. Yeah, and I think it's gonna be one of those things where the fans of that over on LA Knight that did they start booing Rey then?
Hopefully,
that's for that's for all the years of doing Eddie Guerrero shit, Rey. But yeah, maybe that's next. But yeah, this was a match, and it happened. I was pretty surprised by the outcome of this one.
I like it though.
Yeah,
I like where they're going with this.
I think you might have even. I don't know. I don't think you called this the outcome, but I know last week you mentioned around like Judgment Day getting all the gold. But I think we were like one will be left out or something, and it'll create more tension.
Yeah.
But no, they went the opposite way. Where now, we say you got the gold. It annoys me because the titles are silver.
Yeah, I've never really liked the tag belts.
No. Apparently, there's a new design waiting in the wings.
They're going to unify them and stop having like 4 belts.
Who knows? Well, yeah, it's to be seen. But yeah, I was surprised by this. If I'm honest, the outcome of it.
I was, but I was quite pleased. I was always, as you mentioned, I was talking about like Damian cashing in, winning the belt, and then it's Finn who doesn't have gold.
Yeah.
And that causes the animosity. But they seem to be going in some sort of direction with this. I'm intrigued to see where they go. Like ultimately, at some point, Finn and Damian are going to come to a head, aren't they? But right now, they're on the same page. And they've won the belts. And I think they have to get them off KO and Sami. Because I know they had some issues, didn't they, injury-wise? And it seems like they couldn't really have a run with the belts.
It's more obvious when you factor that in. But I was just like, well, they're back, so they must be all fine. But they're probably still struggling.
Yeah, at least one of them, I think. Because it looks like Sami's moving into something. So maybe KO's still not 100%.
Yeah, so it made sense to probably get the belts off them that way, didn't it? And put it on them.
But I like it. There's so much gold in Judgment Day.
There was one part I just thought was very, very goofy, and I think some fans probably liked it, but it just wasn't for me. When like the Judgment Day knocked them over the like barricade bit, and they're all there celebrating, like having a big chat for like 10 minutes, and all of a sudden they stand up and they're dressed in like the Pittsburgh Penguins hockey gear with hockey sticks, and it's like, it's silly, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? They've had a little costume change while they're down there, and it's like you can suspend disbelief, suspend belief, but yeah, it was strange choice for me.
I do think this is 100% proof that they are better off without Edge.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Nothing but strength to strength.
Indeed. But yeah, Rhea's still the leader for me.
Yep.
All day. And it looks like Damon's going to keep onto the briefcase a little bit longer because he's now got a little shiny purple one, hasn't he? With Senior Money in the Bank written on it.
Nice.
So,
well,
need available now on WWE Shop.
Sell merch.
Yeah, so we will
sell merch.
So, I mean, we spoke about this a little bit on the news. Like, did this need its own segment? It was weird to me that they announced Cody Rhodes as a guest on the Grayson Waller Effect as its own segment. Because, firstly, why isn't Cody wrestling? Why has he not wrestled for a few weeks? Is he injured?
There's something there, isn't there?
Is there something going on? Because we're not being told about it. Has he tore his fucking pec off the bone again? Like, has something mental happened? Because normally he'll wrestle everywhere and do everything.
That is true. And he hasn't set himself on fire or done anything weird.
It's so unlike him. But yeah, like even in this, there was no like physical altercations between him. He just kind of came in there, and I don't know what they were trying to get across with this for Cody, because he came there and he just was smarmier than ever. And he's in there with a guy as fucking irritating as Grayson Waller. Yeah. How does he come off more?
I know, right? It's like maybe that was the idea. They were like, we'll put you in with Grayson Waller because people will dislike him more just comparatively, and even that didn't work.
Yeah. He just comes out there like, I already know how this is going to go and what you're going to make me do and make me say, so I'm not going to do that. And instead, for a surprise, Jey Uso for some reason. And so everyone's like, wow, Jey Uso's back. And then Cody just kind of disappears then. And Jey Uso kicks him in the face, and that's the end of the segment. So, yeah. Jey Uso goes to Raw.
Best part about it, as you say, is Grayson Waller throwing shade on Jey.
Indeed.
I hate that this is kind of becoming a thing. Let's have a Grayson Waller effect on a pay-per-view. Like, how often have we done that? Like, the KO show, they did. They were like, we're going to have a KO show. But that was clearly just a fucking beating.
Yeah, to set up a match, wasn't it? Like, that was happening.
That wasn't a KO show. That was Austin beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, and so I feel like as well, they probably didn't want to make a decision on whether it was going to be a match or not until the day.
Yeah.
To see how Austin was feeling.
Exactly. So you get the caution. But this is just, well, we'll throw something in there.
Yeah. And it wasn't even like a match anyway. It was just kind of like a nothing.
And let's be honest, and this may be a generational thing, but the Grayson Waller Effect is one of the shittest talk shows that they've got.
It's no Piper's Pit. It's no highlight reel.
It's not. It's not even a... what's the other one?
I don't know. Didn't Christian have one at some point?
Peep show. It's not even a peep show. There you go. No, that didn't sound right.
We need to do a segment on that.
I actually think we've probably got enough.
Let's rank.
Because obviously we've got KO show. That's got to be up there. Grayson Waller Effect. Cody's probably got his own one.
Carlitos Cabana.
See, yeah, we've definitely got a top 10.
Every fucker's
There's definitely a top
moment
10.
of bliss.
We're doing that. Yeah, that's
Ding dong hello. Is that class as well?
I mean, technically speaking, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we need to get to 10 and we're struggling, then definitely.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, this was.
So that's going to be a future 10, definitely.
Yeah. But this segment was certainly not a 10.
No.
I wanted this to be so much better than I thought it was. I don't know whether I overhyped it in my mind.
I think you might have, because I thought this was really good.
Did you? Mm. I think I saw some of the highlights. I didn't watch the whole thing because it was on NXT and I don't watch NXT. But I saw some of the highlights of the first match they had on NXT, and I was like, "Oh, it's going to be good." Imagine them getting to do this on a fucking paper or premium live event. They'll bring it all, and I don't know. I love a mirror match. I feel like I just wanted a bit more from this. But you tell me why it was good.
I don't know. I don't suppose I was expecting. I think you've kind of gone really into like the match itself. I was just, I don't know. I got the result I wanted. Yeah. I thought they both performed really well. I wasn't expecting anything like let's be honest, it's not going to be like, oh, do you remember that? I wasn't expecting how you go, do you remember that spot? I mean, surprisingly, a lot of people are like, God bless the cameraman. I think a lot of that's come out since then. But I don't know. I suppose I was almost underhyped. It's not. I think Rhea's fantastic, and I think it was always going to be a good match. But I weren't expecting anything from it, so I was just able to enjoy it for what it was.
I don't want to shit on Raquel because I really don't. But I think Rhea's contribution was okay. I still think it could have been a little bit more. But I just don't know what it was about Raquel. I just didn't feel. I thought it would feel more of an even contest than it turned out to be. And I know it was a lot of back and forth and stuff, but it was never believable to me. I at least wanted to suspend belief that how she could win. But
I don't know, for me, I'm like, I never believed she was going to win. So I was fine with that because that's exactly what I was expecting.
A prime example of someone I knew was never going to win, but I was still made me believe. Zelina Vega.
Okay.
Backlash.
Yeah.
Never going to win it. But I was like, fuck, do it. You know what I mean? You're behind it and you're like, yeah, that was a good match.
Like this, yeah, I get your point. You know she's not going to win it, but having a moment, a moment where you go, oh shit, is this going to happen?
Yeah, and I just didn't get it. It wasn't there for me, which is a shame.
What did you make of a tribute gear though?
I was literally words out of my mouth. No, I was going to say I do just want to. That's a lovely touching moment. I think that I was trying to I was wondering whether Raquel Rodriguez had any kind of sort of tribute gear. She had like the flames and stuff on it. Like I was like, is it like Alundra Blaze or something? Though.
Like I don't know if it's necessarily a tribute.
Obviously, the China one is like literally verbatim, isn't it? So, but yeah, I love that. It's obviously a massive inspiration, and I think the two of them, being such big, powerful women, you know what I mean, is like for them to be able to celebrate that and stuff. And one of their idols in China was obviously laid the foundations for that kind of thing. Yeah. So that was a lovely touch, to be fair.
Yeah. But no, overall, I mean, this, like you say, let's be honest, we're not going to go, it's match of the night or anything like that, but this delivered exactly what it needed to, so I was quite happy.
Okay. Which, again, I told you at the very start of this, it kind of went like this for me, the pay-per-view, unfortunately. Yeah. Maybe a slight more of a dip for the Grayson Waller thing than anything else, but I didn't care, I think is the problem.
I know a lot of people love Shinsuke. I know a lot of people do, right? Yeah. But I'm kind of at a point now where I'm like, not gonna happen. He's not gonna be that guy.
No, he isn't.
I remember him being white hot when he rocked up on SmackDown. His music played when he come up from NXT, and everyone was like, "Oh God, Shinsuke!" And it's like, this guy's gonna be a big deal. I feel like the shine went well and truly off the apple here, and like I don't even believe he's a main event guy. So the fact that we're having this match was just like,
yeah. He's had no character development, has he, since he's joined the company? You know what I mean? He's wearing the same.
Well, we had good guy Shinsuke and bad guy Shinsuke.
He had the guy who loved kicking people in the dick for a bit. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
But he's exactly the same, and it's boring. I don't think he's made any effort to get better on the mic or to do anything different from a character standpoint. They haven't made any effort to pair him with somebody who can do the talking for him. He just comes out, says some stuff in Japanese every now and again, looks a bit strange, and kicks people. And it's like, like if he was the world champion, that would cheapen the belt for me. And I don't, it sounds super disrespectful to say that. I know he's had a great career in Japan.
But it's the thing. I know he's a legend, and I get why people like him. But I just feel like if you look at if you only knew his WWE career, which is pretty much where we're at, is it anything to write home about? Exactly. Not really.
No, and people love him for whatever reasons, and fair play, they're allowed to, but. For me, I don't, and this was a probably maybe the most lackluster main event of the year.
Guaranteed, though, that's how people will defend. If you go, not a fan of Shinsuke, people defend it by going, oh, well, if you watch New Japan, I didn't, though, did I?
Yeah. And even then, it annoys me stuff like that, because it's like, it's not New Japan, it's now WWE, and it's the person he is, and he's not that good anymore.
Exactly.
So, it was fine. I just didn't really care about it, I think.
Yeah.
And the annoying
I think
thing
it's a real shame, because Seth needed some wins, and the wins he's getting just aren't really the one that we need.
No. And the annoying thing is it's continuing, which is great. We'll probably get it at Fastlane now again.
Yay.
For some reason. But again, talking about tribute gear, apparently, it wasn't massively obvious, but apparently Seth's gear was a tribute to Bray. So he had the pinstripes on his tights, and they also kind of glittered or whatever to be kind of like fireflies, so a mix of like the Fiend's pinstripes and
that's nice. Sort of touch that.
So,
I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he did. I don't know if it was a off the air Raw thing or a house show or whatever, but he sort of had a word with the fans about Bray, and like you could tell, like it really got him. And this is the funny thing, isn't it? Like I don't really put him and Bray together, like in my mind, like as in ring competitors, but obviously they've worked in the same company together for a long time, so they obviously knew each other really well. Times like that, you forget about that. You forget about the fact that they're all backstage together, because I never really had much of them on screen together, so I didn't really associate it. But he's clearly really hurt by it.
They're clearly obviously close, weren't they? So it's a massive shame. I mean, we felt it pretty hard, and we've like met the guy once. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah.
Not worked with him on a daily basis and knew him personally. So,
and I just think it's touching how much everyone cared, but like there's certain people you're like, I don't know why, but like I didn't expect that from Seth. Yeah. Like when he's talking to the fans, and you can see how upset he is and how like touched he was by all the fireflies and stuff like that. I'm like I don't know. He obviously knew him, and he obviously cared, but like you're like, okay, like, he's one of the people I just didn't expect that much from, you know.
Yeah, it was a nice touch. I think.
Definitely.
But yeah, for me as a show, the overall of it, weakest show they've done this year, I think.
Yeah, it's ironic to call it Payback, because I want my money back, WWE.
That's the soundbite. That is the soundbite. And I don't want to shit on Trish and Trish and Becky, because that was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, quality match.
You know, worth
right match, wrong pay-per-view.
worth the $9.99 alone.
Of course.
But yeah, just a shame about the rest of the cards. Like even the fact that like John Cena was on it, it didn't feel big or grandeur to it. It was just he was a referee, which didn't need to be in the match. Did a roving backstage interview thing, which was kind of like, yeah. So I don't know. It just did not feel big at all.
When the biggest news about John Cena was, oh look, he's had a haircut, is just it tells you a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I always talk about like the post WrestleMania lull, and I feel like this year they did a fantastic job of not feeling that lull.
And it turns out they just delayed it. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I feel like they've now hit the lull. Like they had fantastic stuff with Backlash, fantastic stuff with Money in the Bank. SummerSlam was good. You know what I mean? They've had all these things, and then now this is like
the equivalent of Pump Day, in it, really.
Yeah. Okay. Because they've obviously got Fastlane, which I don't. What's the point of Fastlane? It made sense when it was between like the Rumble and Mania, because like now we're on the Fastlane to Mania. Yeah. What the fuck are we on the Fastlane to? Survivor Series.
Yay.
Which again, what are they going to do there? War Games. Yay. They're going to do the brands fucking supremacy thing.
I still don't really get how Survivor Series is one of the big four.
Yeah. Like back in the day, fine, but they only had 4 back in the day. So to be fair,
I feel like the concept's just been sour for ages. Yeah. I love that they rejuvenate it with War Games a little bit, but can't do that forever. They're going to have to try and have some reason why there's that sort of Survivor Series gimmick to it, and there isn't one. So
yeah, for me, like, and even that's been shit the last couple of years, but Money in the Bank has surpassed it now. It was one of the big 4 for me.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I love that line about payback. I mean, you want your money back. Because, yeah, was not the best, unfortunately. So let's see how they bounce back from Payback. And yeah, let us know in the comments. What did you think? Did you enjoy it? Are we chatting absolute biscuits? Let us know.
Chatting biscuits.
British colloquialism for you there.
I know their biscuits are totally different to us.
I know, yeah.
You have to say chatting cookies.
Savoury biscuits. But right, not every biscuit is a cookie.
But
I don't get going a cookie. No.
But they already use biscuits for...
You also call pasta noodles.
All pasta?
All pasta's noodles.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Stop it. Anyway.
We don't want to start this war.
Yeah. Right. So let us know in the comments. You call it noodles?
Do you ever watch that Matt Rife do stand-up?
No.
He's an American comedian, which is relevant, by the way.
Of course.
And he's doing stand-up, and he talks about how he's in Britain when he's doing this, is when he talks about how the English say things wrong compared to the Americans, and he's trying to argue with them about aluminum.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, you pronounce it aluminium. Why are you adding letters? And they're like, the audience, like, the letters are already there. And he's like, nah, fuck that. He Googles it. He's like, okay, you get one fucking word right. I just absolutely got me. Fucking
exactly. So it's aluminium. And yeah. So anyway, yeah. Let us know in the comments what you thought of Payback. Subscribe, like. What else can you do on the YouTubes?
Leave a review.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can do that on places.
I don't know, whatever. Just click all the buttons.
Give us all the
happens.
love. That's all we ask for, and we'll catch you. No, why do you saying catch this week? Is it catch? What? I don't know.
Catch you on the next one.
Yeah,
you've always said that.
Is it? Not see you in your dreams. See you in your nightmares. Yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.